What's up, and welcome back to another episode of Tooth and Nail Alumni Reacts. I'm your host, Cameron from toothandnailnews, and for episode 6, I was joined by Brandon Welch, who is the vocalist for Far-Less. As per usual, had a great time. Brandon was a lot of fun to talk to. Had a lot of fun showing him songs, getting his thoughts, all the above. Had a lot of good conversation, and I look forward to you guys watching this. So, without further ado, enjoy! What's up? It's Cameron from Tooth and Nail News here again with number 6 on the Tooth and Nail Alumni Reacts. This time around, I'm joined by Brandon from Far-Less, and he's got some new projects like Iroh going on. What's up?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for taking some time out of your evening. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Excited to do this. So, I guess we will dig right into this. Because we talked beforehand. I think we know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's harshly judge this music.
Yes, exactly. You spot on. Yeah. Well, this should be fun. At least I'm gonna have fun. I always tell everybody my goal is at least find one song out of these 8 that I play you that you like. So, or at least you're
That's
okay
cool.
with. That's my goal. So
it seems like good odds.
Yeah, I'd say so. All right, then I guess we'll just dig right into song 1 here. This is a band called My Epic, and their song North Star. A little background on the band. They are one of the newer signings to Tooth and Nail. They signed in 2024 and then did an album that same year. But previous to that, they were on Face Down Records, which is more primarily a hardcore label per se.
Mm-hmm.
But they're kind of post-hardcore. They experiment a lot. So
Have they been around for a while?
yeah, since the early 2000s.
I've heard the name before.
No. Okay, cool. I kind of wonder that maybe if you being around when you were, that they were probably playing some of the same shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they've been around since the early 2000s, and this new album they did is a little more experimental for them, but I think it's a good experimental. I think they were doing something cool, and you can tell it's a passion of theirs. And yeah, I don't have any other notes on the song, so I guess we will just dig right into it. And again, this is North Star by My Epic.
But that drummer is sick.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He's actually in another band that's on Solid State, metal band. Yeah, he's insanely talented.
I like the visuals too. Pretty cool.
Yeah. There's definitely a high budget going into this video. All right, you ready to start being critical?
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, man, I thought it was pretty cool. So as much as I love Circa Survive, I tend to stray away from like the really like the high vocals.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I love it with them, and then I'm like it. that I'm picky about. So it's not necessarily my cup of tea, man. Yeah. But that's, I mean, that's the type of thing I think if I spent some time with that record, I would probably get into it, especially if it's like that, because the song was pretty diverse, and I really enjoy that kind of stuff in general, man. As long as you've got a great drummer, you know what I mean, and you can do the loud, quiet thing well. I'm usually pretty into it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's
and they do it.
Yeah, they're great at it. Yeah, that's, like I said, the album's pretty, like, they experimented a lot. I think it worked in their favor really well, because there's songs like that, and there's ones that are a little more, I don't want to say softer, but you know what I'm saying, kind of like where they mess with that a little more, and it's a cool contrast like that. Definitely that album was my favorite from 2024. So.
No, it looked like that one dude was playing like a Dan Electro with the little lipstick pickups on it. Did you?
I didn't pick up on
the guitar player that wasn't the singer. Like, I've never seen somebody do that wasn't playing in like a Led Zeppelin type like band.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. All right. Well, what are you rating that one?
Man, I'll give it a 3. A 3
okay.
out of 4. Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah. You don't want to give a 4 out of 4 on the first song either. You know, you don't want to set the bar way too high. Oh, that's awesome. So 3 stars. Yeah, cool. And that's I do suggest checking out the whole album. That's one I would recommend. I think it's really cool. So yeah, awesome. So
are they still on the label?
Yeah. So I think they did a single last year, which it was just like a reimagined version of one of their songs, and then they're working on a new album now. So
cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And it sounds like they're not slowing down anytime soon. They took a bit of a break between their EP and then this album, and then they kind of are like, we're going to go at it now. So, yeah.
Awesome. Hey, well, if you guys in My Epic are looking for any cover art, hit me up, man.
Okay. I'll put the word out there. I would love to make it
for that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. That'd be cool. I will definitely. I'll make sure I'll like boost the volume when you say that, so everybody hears it. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I guess on to song 2.
Okay.
This is a band called Empty, and their song "Slow Death" by Fluorescent Lighting. Man, that word gets me every time. Fluorescent. It's a big word. They signed to Solid State in 2019. They had the 2 albums with the label, and then they've broken up since. Things seemed a little rough at the breakup, so I don't know the full story, but they had a very short-lived career. They had an EP before they were on Solid State, and then their debut on the label kind of reflected the same sound, and then they changed it up a lot on the third. This weird like metal with some like screaming rap verses. It wasn't for me,
okay,
but
let's do it. Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. I did not pick one of those songs, but maybe I should have.
Well, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with the band Candiria.
Okay.
Candiria is, as far as I'm concerned, the greatest heavy band of all time. Like, it's the most original music ever made. Like, and it's hardcore, death metal, like jazz and hip hop.
Oh, that's awesome,
dude. They're the greatest band, man.
That's awesome.
So as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, what if it's kind of like Candiria or something?
Well, I'll switch the songs up on you then. Let me find one that's got that verse in it. So this is "Close Your Eyes" by Empty.
Okay.
This one has the rap-ish screaming verse on it.
Dude, let's hear it.
So here we go. It's been a while since I heard this one, so.
In my mind, staring up at the ceiling, trying to fight off the feeling like I'm sleepless nights, like
they kind of have the
it's got the emo twang on the vocals, yeah. There it is.
Yeah. Dude, I would listen if it was all like that. I would
Be all over it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
All right, that verse reminds me of what's the band? Is it I Set My Friends on Fire? If I'm thinking,
I'm not familiar with it, man.
I think they were around like in the 2000s, I believe. Just kind of everywhere and throwing like the kind of techno-y stuff in there and
Oh yeah, it's got all that modern like
Yeah,
production,
yeah.
like stuff in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. It's a hard one, dude. I don't want to give it a 1, but I'll give it a 2, because the breakdown was nasty, and the screaming was great. But yeah, dude, I can't do the Blink-182, you know,
yeah, yeah.
the Tenoids, Tenoid, sleepless noise.
You told me that you weren't a big fan of emo, and I was like, this is the one band I'm a little worried about, but I had to throw them in there, and I'm glad I did.
No, I mean, I'm
glad
I
I did.
too. You know, and no offense to you guys, like, do your thing, man.
Absolutely,
do your thing.
Yep, it's awesome. So, did you say 2 stars on that one?
That'll be a 2.
Okay.
It'll be a 2. But yeah, the rapping verse. I mean, if they were still together and they cared about my opinion, I would say, do more of that. I think.
I'll be sure I tag them in that and be like, Brandon said, if you do
Yeah,
more of that,
yeah.
it's yeah.
Brandon, my opinion is not significant, but if you're interested, just go for it.
It's awesome. Yeah. It is cool. Like, you don't hear a lot of bands doing the new metal kind of stuff now, other than the bands that have been doing it for years. So
yeah,
it's
cool. It's cool. It's cool to hear, like, you know, the more the up and coming bands like grab onto the stuff that I was just like wearing out in high school. You know.
Yeah. I was talking to Sean, who was in Morella's Forest on the 90s on Tooth and Nail. And he was talking about they're kind of shoegazy, and we are talking about Starflyer and the shoegaze stuff. He's like, man, I love seeing all these young people playing shoegaze. I know it's coming back around. So
yeah,
you see more and more of. I saw there's a I can't remember the name of the band, but they do like punk stuff. It sounds like it's from the 90s. Like, that's cool. They look like they're my age. It's like it's cool to see some of that stuff coming back around. So yeah, they kind of sound like Slick Shoes and stuff like that. So
okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
Man. It's weird how everything's so cyclical. Like all the trends, all the music, all the clothing. It's all in cycles.
Absolutely,
it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, so you got vinyl is the big thing now, and CDs will be back probably in another 10 years.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes. Yep, awesome. So 2 stars on that one, but you dug the rapping, screaming verse.
Oh yeah, and I mean the breakdown was nasty.
Yeah,
I mean more of that too.
You need a good nasty breakdown. So
yeah,
awesome. Well, the next band I've got for you is called Grey Haven, and their song "Burn a Miracle."
That's a familiar sounding band name.
Okay.
They've been around for a minute, right?
Yeah, let's see. I jot that down. Yeah, 2014 was their first album.
Oh, okay.
So they were on Equal Vision Records for a while, did a couple with them, and then just in 2024 they signed with Solid State. And then they did an EP in that year, and then just last year they did an album. So the song I'm playing you is the lead single off their newest album. The album got some pretty good praise. I'm happy for them. They seem like they're getting some tours and stuff. So
good. Cool.
kind of, they remind me a little bit of maybe I'm spoiling it, but they remind me a little bit of like Norma Jean, like the newer Norma Jean stuff that's a little more melodic in that sense. So
And this sounds terrible. The first Norma Jean record was like the only Norma Jean record that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
And it was fantastic.
Oh,
obviously.
great album.
Everybody loved it.
Yep.
Everybody loved that record.
Awesome. Well then, I'm throwing out suggestions saying they sound like this and you have no clue what I mean. So that means you're in for a fresh.
Okay, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean that's one of those bands where there's not even an original member in it now, right? Norma Jean.
Yeah, I think they're entirely. I think
isn't that wild?
It is crazy, and there's another band that's like that from then, and they're still doing stuff. I can't remember who it is I'm thinking of, but it's like nobody is the original members, but they still sound great. So
yeah, it's. I mean, if you can do that, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah,
go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, awesome. So we got "Burn a Miracle" by Greyhaven.
Oh, this is gonna get heavy soon, isn't it? Sick drummer.
Oh yeah, that's all you need, right?
Yeah. Dude, that's the first thing I listen to.
I do too, and that's because I'm a drummer, so that's something my ears go to
awesome.
first.
I wish I was a drummer.
That's funny you say it, because that's exactly what Ty told me last night when we brought that up. Because I wish I could play drums.
Now, I love that dude's scream, man.
Yeah. He's got a good range between the singing and screaming too.
It's crazy they're a four-piece.
Yeah.
That old man looks way too bored to be in there. Tap action. Whoa!
Here's your breakdown for you.
Yeah, and it's nasty too.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. That's not bad at all.
Awesome. Well, give me your thoughts and your rating and all the above.
I'll give it a 3. I mean, it was a solid tune, man. It was heavy. It was melodic. It was catchy. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy that that's a 4-piece, honestly.
Yeah. There's some awesome guitar stuff going on there that really drives the song, and of course, you said the drummer too. So, it's a
dude, that drummer was nasty, dude, from the start.
I'll be honest, part of the reason I picked Greyhaven, other than they're just a really good band, I was like, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Everyone Is Out to Get Us, like some of the stuff on that album. That reminded me of Far-Less a little bit. So
look, man, our drummer at the time, Ray, I mean, he was the original drummer for Far-Less and was with us all the way up through Everyone Is Out to Get Us. He's one of my best friends in the world, and dude, he's like one of my favorite drummers of all time. I mean, I would be like, and that's not, like Todd, who was on, like Todd's one of my best friends too, and he's an amazing drummer. They're different styles, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But like Ray seems to mix like the Chad Sexton from 311 with like a Jimmy Chamberlain from like Smashing Pumpkins like together in this crazy way. And he's very influenced by Candiria too. So
That's cool.
when I hear stuff like that, which that drummer he like, oh man, I love it. I love that stuff,
It's awesome.
man.
It's awesome.
I love nasty drummers.
Yeah, that's I get you there.
Yeah, dude. It's my favorite.
Number 4. John Van Dusen is the artist, and this is his song "My Regret Is a Pit." He was part of the band The Lonely Forest through the 2000s. They were signed to Atlantic. They were I wouldn't call them a big deal or anything, but they were doing pretty good then. And then they broke up, and then he started doing solo stuff. So he did 2 albums on his own, then joined Tooth and Nail for an album, did another album on his own, and those are all part of like a 4-album series. And then he came back to Tooth and Nail and did another album. So it's complicated. So he was, and then he wasn't, and then he was, and now he's on a different label now doing I don't want to call it worship, but it's more worshipful than some of his more rock stuff he did, and he does a little bit of everything. So
Singer-songwriter?
Yes.
What are we like? Does he play all the instruments and stuff too?
He does not, but he does a majority of like the guitar and that kind of stuff. But primarily vocal is his big thing. And he does some acoustic shows and stuff like that a lot. So yeah. And then this song comes from his 2024 album when he came back to the label, called Anthem Sprinter. So, okay. Here is My Regret Is a Pit by John Van Dusen. And he is one of my favorites, so I might be offended if you don't like him.
I don't like it. No, I'm just the cover's cool.
I control the clouds. I strike a chord that swiftly ends your drought.
Bro, this visual does not match this song.
Absolutely not. I played another song from his album for somebody else, and they said the same thing, like, this does not match at all.
What constitutes us kissing ass? I am almost ready. I am almost ready to drown. Then what am I waiting for? The ghosting apparition. The rosary on my door won't save me from this blood. I am almost ready. I am almost ready to drown. And I am.
All right. And then the song just fades out from there. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I thought it was interesting. I liked the way it built. I liked how it got fast, and then it turned into like Pink Floyd for like a minute.
Yeah.
It was interesting tune, man. The vocals were a little too emo for me.
Yeah.
But the lyrics were really cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of his stuff is the lyrics. He'll do a very strong, just like song talking about life, or just he has a song called Marathon Days, and it's just talking about I want to be in the forest away from everybody, and then he'll write these like super deep spiritual songs. You're like, wow, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But yeah, no, he's like I said, he's one of my favorites right now. But I am offended that he's not yours.
Well, man, don't be. I think I'm really picky, actually.
That's okay.
It's like I love everything, I love every genre, but like I don't love everything in every genre.
Yeah,
It's
I get
small
you.
window.
Yeah,
it's a small window.
You like what you like, and that's a good thing. Yeah.
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 And sometimes I can't even pinpoint it. Like I can't express it in words, like what it is that makes me like it.
Yeah.
I think it just has to move me, I think. Really.
I totally get that. I'm usually a sucker for more emotional or more where you can tell there's a passion behind the song, right? So I get it. It's like I can't always pinpoint, but I know I like this song because there's something about it that just it clicks for me. So I get it.
If it touches you, man, like you can't help it.
Yep, exactly. Unless you get a real catchy chorus, and sometimes you're just stuck with the
That'll
song
do it
stuck
too,
in your head. You're like, well, I have to like it now.
Yeah.
All right. So, what did you say on that song? 3?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It was a 3.
Cool. All right. Well, we're sticking with some more not metal stuff, but I don't think you're opposed to that.
No.
So,
look, my favorite bands are like the Smashing Pumpkins and like REM.
Yeah. Cool.
So I mean, I can live in a lot of different worlds. I love metal. So much.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, there are some more metal and heavier bands coming up. I think this is the last one that doesn't fit in that that category somewhere. Which metal is a very broad category, but so I've got a band called We Are the City, and their song "Kiss Me, Honey." They were a rock band with some kind of pop elements in it, kind of. As you're listening to it, this will make more sense, but they're just kind of weird. Like, there's just something about the melodies and his voice here. It's like, it almost feels like it's out of tune, but it's not. But like I said, it'll make more sense when you actually hear the song.
Okay.
But they are from Canada. They started in 2009 and then did a couple releases on their own and then joined Tooth and Nail in 2015. So pretty well into, or at least a few years into their career. They start with an album that was part of a soundtrack for a movie of the same name called Violent, and then they did 5 releases in total between 2015 and 2020 with the label.
Wow.
And this is from their 2015 album Above Club. Again, this is Kiss Me Honey by We Are the City.
Kiss me hard like you mean it, and repeat it, and repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper. Kiss me hard like you mean it, and repeat it, and repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper. Isn't it time for a round on the house? Now that I won't live without, I don't understand why love is said. Here now, now here and now. I can't quite figure it out. Here and now.
Dude, this is weird. Like you're right, and like not in a bad way.
Yeah. This I like some weird instrumentation, like yeah.
And repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper.
I told you it would make more sense when you actually heard the song.
Yeah.
Repeat it, and repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper. Here and now, I can't figure it out. Kiss me honey like you mean it, and repeat it, and repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper. Kiss me honey like you mean it, and repeat it, and repeat it. I'll pop hooks like jokes in the funny paper.
All right, that is it. What'd you
I
think?
mean, I give it a 3. I thought it was really cool, man. It's very original.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like I said, it's weird, but you don't know what's weird about it. You're like, when you think about the
It's
song,
just
you're like,
weird.
it makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, there's nothing wrong with the song, but there's still something like that's weird about it. Yeah,
Well, you know that the chorus, it doesn't get big. It's like the chorus gets like
yeah,
smaller. Like if that makes sense.
yeah.
Like the vocals get like small. I don't know, man, how to
Yeah.
describe it. The Far-Less guys would understand. Like I don't know the music terminology all the time, so I have to, you know, I use visuals.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. I give that a 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Borderline 4.
Wow. Awesome. That's borderline. Awesome. Yeah, no, I think I like stuff that's like you could tell it's original, and I like almost feeling uncomfortable. Like you're almost uncomfortable listening to the songs. You're like, I should be following like a melody here, but something's not, like the melody's like not there, but it's there. And yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a really great way to put it, because there is a little bit of like discomfort there.
Yeah, it's not familiar.
Yeah, you're looking for something that isn't there.
Yeah,
or you're waiting for something that isn't gonna come. It was super cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Awesome. Yeah, and some of their stuff is kind of dancey. Like they kind of hop all over the place, but it's cool. It's like I said, I almost like that uncomfortable feeling. I'm not looking, I'm listening to music. I'm not finding something that I've already heard before. Like, that it's going to be weird or it's going to catch you off guard somewhere. So awesome. So a high 3 on that one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure. What was the name of that band again?
We Are the City.
We Are the City.
Yep. And I can send you this playlist afterwards too, so you have all these songs to reference back to. So, yeah. And sadly, they're not around anymore because I want to hear more of that weird, uncomfortable music. All right. So on to number 6 is a band, The Ongoing Concept. They started in 2010, I believe. Mm-hmm. I didn't know if maybe you'd be familiar with them. That's a little right outside of the range that you were doing stuff.
Yeah, because I think we split up around 2010.
Okay.
And once I wasn't I wasn't touring and stuff. What I heard was sparse. As far as bands are concerned.
Yeah.
You don't get exposed to as much.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Well, this is their song "Feel Again" off their newest album from 2023. But they've been around, like I said, since 2010, and then they signed to Solid State in 2013. They're known for being a very DIY band. Like, they made all their instruments for their second album. Like, went and chopped down a tree, and it was like a whole thing. They did like a video series. It was really cool. And the album was called Handmade. But they like to experiment a lot, and then this new album kind of brought in some more modern elements. As opposed to like their first album the first album on the label was called Saloon, and it had some of the songs were kind of westerny, and some of them they had banjo and a breakdown, and that was super cool. So they're kind of all over the place. Like I said, this one's got a little more modern sound. And this was their first album back with all of the original members. So it paid homage to a lot of their older songs. It was called Again. And so all the songs were a previous song title with Again on it. So this is Feel Again as opposed to their song Feel. So
that's pretty funny.
So this is Feel Again by The Ongoing Concept.
Is that the same dude?
That is a different guy. This is his brother screaming now. Yeah.
Man,
What'd you think?
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay.
And I really appreciate like the pop, like it's very pop influenced. It sounds like. I don't like to mix my pop and my metal together.
Yeah.
You know, if it were foods, I would need to keep them separate on my plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
A lot of cool vocal stuff in there, man.
Yeah, they are.
There's a lot of really cool vocal stuff and like some really, really cool, like catchy melodies in there.
Yeah, they are. I love vocally, like I said, they're really incredible.
Yeah.
So there's 3 brothers in the band. The one brother plays drums, and then the other 2, the one guy screams and then plays keyboard, and the other guy sings and does a little bit of screaming. It's a really cool dynamic. And then
I don't know if it's just like, you know, my Wi-Fi connection or whatever, but I couldn't quite see what the dudes looked like. Maybe that's just part of the video. Like, it was very silhouetted. So I was like, is that like Skylar from He Is Legend?
yeah,
And Jason Momoa scene?
he kind of looks like Skylar. Yeah, that's awesome.
But it just seemed like Skylar silhouette a little bit. Of course, I mean, I guess what, like long-haired, long-bearded dude, you know.
Well, yeah,
we all look the same at that point. Don't we?
That's fair. And a silhouette, we all look like Skylar. We're all Skylar at heart.
It's true, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, there are. I should have given you a little background too on them. So if you saw they had a camera in the video, they have like a lore, and a lot of it plays into their background and stuff. They shoot.
I did want to know what the deal was with the camera.
So they shoot all their own music videos. They're, like I said, they're very DIY, and so part of like the story per se of the album and like reflecting back on their old stuff was like digging up tapes and putting them in and recording videos as like old footage and stuff. So that was kind of all the music videos they did for the album had the camera featured in it somewhere. So that was kind of the thing.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, awesome. Well, the next one, number 7, is probably a very familiar name to you. And you can tell me if you've heard their newer stuff, but The Devil Wears Prada.
Dude, I haven't. And little story, I think we only ever played one show with them. And our van, we had like a flat tire or something on the way there. And it was one of those shows where we arrived at the venue just in time to carry our stuff on stage and play immediately. It was a complete nightmare, but it wasn't their fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that show because it was just like it's like we were already supposed to be on stage and we got there. It was just like, okay, like just carry everything in and play right now. It was nuts.
Wow. So that's the
I
one
haven't
memory you
heard them
have
in a
tied
long
to
time.
them. So
Yeah, I haven't heard them in a long time, and I refuse to listen to them ever again after that.
all right, next song. Well, they are still thriving. They have since changed their sound. They're not the 2000s metalcore because obviously that does not really hold up as well in today's market. They've shifted sounds. They're still metal, and they still have the songs that are in like that heaviness in that sense. But they're a little more post-hardcore, and they have a lot more singing, and the instrumentals are definitely a lot simpler, but it's not as metalcore as it used to be. But they are still selling out headline tours and stuff. So they figured it out.
Yeah.
So they signed to Solid State in 2019, and they've done 3 labels since then. One in 2019, one in 2022, and then one just this last year. This one is coming from their newest from last year called Flowers, and this is their song For You.
Maybe I'm out of my mind, but it's fine. I'm used to the way that it feels when the room is on fire. At least I can say that I tried. I would walk any road. If you tell me you need me, there's no place that I wouldn't go. Even though you leave me for dead in the cold. Even after this life, I do it for you. I do
Two vocalists or guest vocalists?
Two vocalists. Yep.
I do it for you. I do it for you.
So not metalcore.
No, man, I was really surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
The video was super cool. I mean, the music kind of wasn't my thing, man.
Yeah.
But I give it a 2.
Okay.
Give it a 2.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I love the part where it got heavy.
It is a great breakdown in that song, so I will give you that. It is a phenomenal.
And the visuals
breakdown.
were super cool, man.
Yeah.
That set was cool.
Yeah. They've definitely modernized themselves, and if you want to keep doing, I mean, they're full-time musicians, and
yeah,
they've adapted to the changing sound. So credit where credit's due there, right?
For sure.
But no, that's as you know firsthand, they have definitely received some crap for changing their sound significantly.
Oh, dude, I'm sure. Yeah.
But
I'm sure.
They still have a lot of fans, so
and that's great, man. And you said they're still doing like headlining shows and stuff. Like, good for them, man.
Yep.
Because it was crazy. Like, as small as we were, dude. Like, I didn't think. I figured people would be along for the ride with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, when I stopped screaming, people were just like, "I'm out." Like, I'm out. Like,
oh man.
Weird.
Yeah.
But the people that stuck with us and the people that we picked up from Toast, like, I mean, quite a few of them like have become like our friends, like in real life and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's and the vinyl for Age of Reptiles by Showbread, Josh, the singer, did a little essay, and he talked about, I believe it was titled Alienating an Audience. And because for them, that was a shift in sound. Everybody loved the Screamo emo record that was No Sir. And then they went to Age of Reptiles and it was totally different. And he's like, and he talks about how in there, changing that, they found who their fans were that wanted. And they picked, like you were saying, like picking up people that really truly care about the music, and it's not just the next fad or whatever you want to call it. So
I mean, because God, how many people were in that band? There was a bunch of dudes in that band, right? Like, I mean, so you got a group of people, man, and you like, especially like if you're just doing it for the love of the game and you're not doing it for money or anything like that, like. You have to make yourselves happy, and that means making all the dudes in the band happy. I mean, and so you're gonna change.
Yep.
Unless everybody is just on the exact same page.
Well, are you ready to go on to number 8, the final song I've got for you? Okay.
Let's do it.
This is a band called Idle Threat. They are probably my favorite on the label right now. They signed in 2020 and then put out an EP, and they did a full length the following year, and then a few weeks from now, they're releasing their second full-length album. So they are pretty current. And they got to record with Stephen Keach from Haste Today on this upcoming album. And they seem pretty excited about it, which I would say that's a pretty exciting thing, right? But they're kind of post-hardcore, but they're definitely... I've described them before as it's familiar, but they're still doing something new, if that makes sense. Okay. So I think they're great. I don't want to hype them up too much, so I'm just going to let the song play for you, and then you can determine that for yourself. So this is their song Evermind, which just came out a month ago, so it's pretty recent.
Oh, we got a bass player singing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. 3 guitars. Uh-oh.
Just
This is great.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that because I think these
Yeah,
guys are
this is
incredible.
great stuff, bro.
If you're not in pain now, can I pray to be the same?
The dude with the aluminum neck guitar with that PV body. That's a crazy guitar.
I saw the
Sick drummer.
silence break down.
I know that's all I need to win you over with the song is a sick drummer.
It really is.
I felt your absence surround me. If I scream through the tears, why can't I have them here with me? No God, will you wipe with me?
Idle Threat.
Idle Threat.
Yeah, man, that stuff's great. That's a 4 for sure.
Awesome. And-
So I think that and what was My Epic, was that the earlier one?
Yeah, that was the first
was
one.
really,
I
was
played,
really
yeah.
really good
Yeah.
as well.
Awesome. So I ended on a good note. I can always count on Idle Threat to end these videos on a good note.
Yeah, really?
Oh, they're
good.
they're
man.
crazy good. Yeah, they're awesome. I love those guys. They're probably my favorite on the label right now.
Yeah, they're really good. I would like to play a show with them. That would be cool.
We'll put it out there. We'll make sure.
Yeah.
that-
Hey, Idle Threat. I'd like to play shows with you guys.
I'll
You
make
never
sure.
know, man. Far-Less might come out of retirement for some shows. You never
There you
know.
go. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. No, they are killer band. They're from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
They are. I've talked to a few of the guys. They're super awesome guys too. They're just a bunch of great dudes making a bunch of great music, and yeah, I cannot recommend them enough. Their stuff is awesome.
Cool.
Super.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool song, man.
Yep, awesome. Yeah, and I do recommend checking out their other stuff.
Okay.
And then their new album comes out, and probably by the time this video is posted, it'll probably already be out. But
All right.
it'll be out in a few weeks. So
Very cool. And that was from the new record?
yeah, that was the first
Okay.
single from the new album. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. Awesome. Well, 4 stars. That's a good way to end the video. Yeah. So I don't think it gets better than that, at least.
No.
But yeah, well, I'm glad that we could do this, and I really appreciate you taking some time out of your evening and doing this.
Yeah, of
checking out
course.
some music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for, dude, thank you for inviting me on. Thank you for still listening to the Far-Less stuff, man. And thanks for starting the, did it start as an Instagram account? Or was it
Yes.
TikTok?
Yeah,
Okay.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for starting that, man. Cause it's been fun. It's been fun to comment on some of that
Yeah.
stuff and just talk to people.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it means a lot to me. As cheesy as it sounds, it really means a lot hearing that.
No.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, obviously to the viewers, if you have not heard Far-Less, go check them out. As Brandon has hinted a couple times, there may be new stuff coming. So you want to get ahead of the game if you haven't heard them. So you're right there on track.
Yeah, catch up. And, my band Iroh, we put out an EP a couple years ago called They Ride. And, a couple singles after that. We're working on our next EP now. It's taking shape kind of slow. We, our drummer passed away. And, it took us, it's as it should.
Yeah,
It's taken
this
a
stuff.
while to even, get back together and start jamming and all that stuff, man. And we love Steve. We miss him, man. Memory eternal to Steve. And, Iroh. And me and a couple of the other dudes, Jordan and Brandon from Far-Less, we did a project called Planet of the Sun. Which you can find, online. It's kind of, it's kind of got that Queens of the Stone Age-y sort of vibe to it as well. And I think probably later this year we'll release the other 3 songs we recorded back in 2020. And then I'm working on this really heavy thing called Skeptile. and it's me and the singer from Swift, Gary Forsyth, and my buddy Steve Martin, who was the bassist in Hand to Hand. And Steve plays like all of the instruments, and me and Gary just scream over top of the awesome like music that he's writing. So that's good. That'll probably be out this year.
That's awesome. I'm excited to hear that. And you will be appeasing all the fans that were upset that there was no more screaming in Far-Less.
It's only screaming. So hopefully people will dig that.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you again for doing this. And obviously, to viewers, go check out all of his awesome music he's done over the years and stuff he's got coming out. And I guess that concludes this video. So thank you all for watching. And be sure to check out the other videos if you haven't.